Hello! I said I'd get round to doing Batman. I was going to get to it earlier, but then they said the patch was going to come out, so I thought I'd wait for that. And it seems to have fixed some stuff, not everything, I'll talk about that later. VSync has to be on. Sorry to say, screen tearing is absolutely terrible without it. But you can set your max as 30, 60 or 90. I'm not sure why it only goes up to 90, since 90Hz monitors are very rare. Resolution very high on textures. You can see in the bottom right they've added an actual memory usage similar to GTA there. It's kind of accurate. I wouldn't say 100%. But if you want to, like, if you're on a 2 gig card, you're going to need to turn that down to low, shadows low, data panel doesn't change anything. And then from there you're probably going to have to, like, turn off NVIDIA effects. But even then, like, pretty much everything low, it's still estimating almost 2 gigs. So I think that's something that could still be addressed. Luckily on a 970 I could turn this up. Not that though, that sucks. Sorry, that was Steam. I'm going to be running with these 3 NVIDIA effects on. Smoke and Fog, it looks cool I think, but you can see there it takes the VRAM up quite high. I'm not sure if it's going past that VRAM number or that effect itself, but it seems to affect frame rate quite badly. I'll do the benchmark first, and I'll show the frame rates while recording. Everything on high, okay. And do the benchmark quickly, and then I'll actually show in game, because notoriously this game is very different from benchmark to actually what it plays in game, because before the patch people could run the benchmark fine, but then when actually playing the game it would stutter all over the place. Thankfully that's been solved. The issues I still have, for some reason I was trying to apply VSync earlier and it crashed every single time. I think it crashed 7 times in total when I was trying to set this up. On the benchmark there's always that stutter as well. Fraps can't come on either. I think that crashes the game at the moment, which is sad to say. But yeah, you can see frame rates up there. Should be interesting to see actually. Oh wait, there's going to be VSync, isn't it? Maximum VSync. Sorry. Let's turn that off quickly. Hopefully, no, not hopefully. Just don't crash, please. God's sake, game. Oh yeah, there's also adaptive sync. I was hoping to do what I think Shadow of Mordor does, where it turns off VSync if you're doing the benchmark. But yeah, you want to use VSync in game. I think the tearing was like really bad. I just like slightly turned, and you can see the entire top quarter of the screen just tear from left to right. And I generally don't have issue with like screen tear in any game. Like, I can run anything above 60 that doesn't tear, apart from Mirror's Edge and this apparently. So not sure what's going on there, but yeah, it's pretty nasty. In this demo, you can see there's a physics paper and bags. All that smoke stuff down there on the smoke effects just literally just gushes everywhere. Notice on this next section here, you can see where Batman's standing. See if it's actually loaded in properly this time. The texture looks better now, but it used to look really, really low res. You can see the one behind him, the texture's really bad. Generally, it's not a bad looking game. You can see up there also the video RAM is just creeping up. 3.8, 3.9, 4 gigs of video RAM usage. And this is where it gets a bit confusing, because now apparently I'm using more VRAM than I actually have on the card. 4.2 gigs of VRAM. 4.3. So yeah, very demanding in terms of video RAM. But yeah, I'd like to keep the NVIDIA effects on here, because with that helicopter, the God rays there, that looks decent. Without it, it looks absolutely pitiful. So I'm pretty sure that part there was just put in for the sake of those light shafts. Right, so that's 82 FPS while recording. While not recording, I run in this benchmark exact same settings, I managed to get 90, so there's about 10% performance hit there. So it was a 90 with the exact same settings. With all NVIDIA effects off though, it was 102 FPS. Oh, that's a warning about drivers. For some reason it doesn't like the newest driver, because I have the new Metal Gear Solid 5 driver, but it keeps telling me it's out of date apparently, despite the fact it came out, what, 3 days ago? As usual, start the story, not spoiling anything. Literally 50 minutes into the game. I've got like 2 hours clocked, but a lot of that is playing around with the goddamn settings on this. Trying to get it to work. That's a very loud Batmobile. Let's go to that first. But yeah, not sure if it's going to screen time much now. I'll keep the frame rate unlocked. Actually, there you go. Thought so. Yeah, you see the frame rate's gone back to being capped.
Crazier than usual anyway.
Even if V-Sync's off. So yeah, this game is capped. See if we can set max frame rate to 90 FPS. What the? Yeah, definitely not fixed completely, as you can tell. See if we can set max frame rate higher than that. There we go. Hopefully give a better indication. Remember, I set like plus 10 for I'm recording. But the general problem used to be flying around, like just doing this, also
I think this is gonna be one
moving the camera
special
like that
Halloween.
cause really bad stutters. Now it seems a lot better. But yeah, the textures on some of this stuff is just like, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the texture, because that looks Dark Souls 2 bad. The rain looks nice, looks good on the cape, but some of the textures...
Yeah, I fought Batman once. Broke my arm and...
Why are these dudes so loud?
3 places. But the way I see
Nope. Sorry, they're really loud on my end.
it, lightning ain't gonna strike the same
Still loud,
place
but I don't know
twice.
how to deal with it. Yeah, view distance isn't bad. Rain effection's cool when it comes off the cape there, because that actually didn't used to be in the base game either. I'll just fly around with it though to show. It's actually seems to be working like intended.
Scarecrow
But
pulling this
as I
on
said, still got
Halloween.
random crashes.
Guess he's got a sense of
The
humor after all.
performance seems like a lot better. You can see there, it's still dipping at 55, and then 60-ish. So let's see if I can figure what's causing those dips. Actually, I should imagine those dips in frame rate is the video RAM
By
usage.
the time we're finished, there's gonna be nothing left of this stinking city. You're gonna be roadkill.
Oh no! Why did they give me the option to counter-attack a car? I'm interested to actually see what that is. I'll just beat up these guys and fly around. Beat up the fellow citizen. Sure, I'll do our call the Batmobile. Since this is also another area of
Fine, now stuff belongs to the right people. No way of giving it back. Evacuate? Screw that. Scarecrow don't scare me.
Yeah, low 40s.
He's on our tail!
Right. So yeah, you can see it still dips. Let's try to get the video RAM usage down and see if that actually helps. Because you see, like, it's 4.2 and it's going up to 4.3 gigs, even though it says it's going to be using 3.8. So just go to normal texture resolution. Holy crap, didn't break the game. Nice.
Run that thing! Come on, close him!
Still 42 there.
The hell is that? It's the bat! Turn around! Go! Go!
It's really inconsistent frame rate. You can see it's going from 42 to 70s.
I'm getting out of here!
I was about to say a solution to that might just be don't drive around, but even just looking down this road, it was a bit choppy. There, you can see. So keep in mind I am recording, so it's going to be more demanding. But yeah, it's not a VRAM issue, it's just still a data streaming issue, I should imagine. The problem they had with this game was the amount of actual data they have to stream on these textures, because while they're not super high quality, there's a lot of detail in these buildings for Unreal Engine. I don't understand with this game why there's a million thugs and, well, you know, they don't fight, they just run off. Beat up this lonely guy. Because we are vigilant. That's what we do. But yeah, all in all, a lot better. Before this patch came out,
You gotta hand it to Scarecrow.
this was
He's
like
giving
dipping
us the
all the
keys
time
to the
down
whole
to
city.
30s. It was pretty pretty bad with the stutters. It was almost worst case scenario. It wasn't as bad as I've seen other people, so it used to hang for like a second or two, but it would dip all the time. Now it's playable, but not good. So if you can still pick up this game somehow, I wouldn't. But it is making progress. I will update again when the actual full version's out. But as for now, if you've been waiting to decide whether to either reinstall it or download it, I say it is playable now. But if you haven't already bought it, don't. Just hold off again. Still crazy high demanding, which is surprising because it didn't mention.
The bat's been in control
looking,
for too long. It's about time we turn the tables on that freak.
I would show the smoke effects on stuff like this, but you have to restart the game every single time, which is annoying. I'm going to run away from these guys because Batman's a coward. Get stuck in a wall barrier. But yeah, so generally overall, it still doesn't work perfectly, but it's a hell of a lot better. But also,
I'm gonna find
there's
them.
a few people on the forum saying that they've had the reverse effect, where for them it was working well before, and now it just goes back to what everybody else is having. So for them it worked, and now it's down to just a stuttery mess. Anyway, that's the general performance of it. It's
What's with all the rain?
kind of run well on
Suddenly
an
Penguin
incentive
looks
if it's finished,
with that umbrella.
but for now it's still a no-go. Put the graphics options back up there. That's a point. Put textures back up for when I play. Yeah, overall, yeah, still needs a lot of work. But it's good to see it's making progress and they've tried to fix it for people who already have it. Anyway, if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you soon.